Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. Today, it's back into our Let's Play of Distant Worlds 2, and we are the TikTok Ascendancy, and we've got it spelled right, which means we're upwards and onwards, gentlemen, upwards and onwards. Well, we finally paid off the pirates, and that was the big thing. Early game mistake, not paying those guys off the first time. Lesson learned, and especially with the Teeks, or the Teekins. I call them Teeks for short. That's how close I am to these little furry gerbils. But when you're not a militaristic society, you probably just got to pay everybody off when it comes down to it, and we'll let that lead the way going forward. Is we're going to try to make allies of, more competent fighters, and we're just going to try to pay people off because ultimately that has to be our game. So we've now paid them off, but we've got a few things to deal with because of the aftermath of the pirate raids on our home moon and otherwise. Now, we're still in fine shape, and as a matter of fact, we are now researching stable warp fields, and if I had to guess, I think we're probably ahead of most societies in doing that. I moved it up the recommended chain of, what you research next. We're doing crash research. We also just got a bump on that because we had discovered something on one of our planets or on the star that we revolve around that bumped that up. So I think we're probably in pretty good shape to getting to stable warp fields. Why is that important? Well, if we back out of here, we just can't really jump out of our system right now with the warp fields we have now. But once we get stable, it goes up by like 40 times. So we'll be able to jump all in the local, kind of our sector at least, or probably halfway across the galaxy at most. So anyway, one of the things I wanted to address straight off the top here is, again, if I do something and I think it's a mistake or whatever, I like to be upfront about that and talk about it so we all learn a little bit. But I was looking through our budget here, our state economy last time, and I thought, gosh, this facility maintenance, 10,000, that's just killing us when our colony tax is only bringing in 4,000, 554. That 10,000 expense is a killer. And I was like, let's get down to the bottom of what the heck that is. And I've discovered what it is. Now, interestingly enough, we have our main colony here, right? So if we go over to colonies, here we've got the Teak-Home Moon, and the Teak-Home Moon has 2.3 billion people, or 2366 million. That's 2.3 billion people on it. Then we have a colony called Ryoes with 1 million teaks on it. Now, that was some ancient civilization of teaks. They're in cryogenesis. There's a whole long story behind it. But what I realized is when looking at Ryoes, I decided when we found that to terraform the planet to make it more habitable to our people. But really, I don't think I have to. If we look at the Teak-Home Moon, the quality is 52%. Okay, and colonization suitability is 42, and I mean that's our home moon, right? I mean, so 52's fine. You basically want anything over 20% when it comes to this habit or suitability for colonization. Well, Ryoes is at 48%. It's not like it's that bad, we've got colonization suitability of Tekin plus 13, but the base quality is 50. There's terraforming improvement, damage, whatever, go on and so forth. But we decided when we found this to terraform it. I think that was a bad idea. And the reason I think that's a bad idea is because we just don't really have the technology for it. Later on, we will research things that will make terraforming much better, better. We'll be better at it. But as it is right now, it just costs way too much in the early game to be doing that. And look, I mean, we've already got a colony in this system. We've already, explored the system. We really don't have to have another colony here. It's not bad that we do, but it's not like we have to have it. So this is just an unnecessary cost, at least in this point in the game. So I'm going to go down here and scrap terraforming facility at Ryoes. And if we go back over here and look at our costs, right? So we're still on Ryoes. There's the terraforming. Let's scrap that. Facility maintenance. Did you see that? It went from 10,000 to 0. Well, that makes our cash flow go from negative 12,000 a year to negative 2,000 a year. I mean, we could run that negative 2,000 for the next 20 years and still be okay. We don't want to do that, but we could, and so that really helps our cash situation. And I don't think we're really gaining a whole lot by that terraforming. Now, so there is that. What else did I want to talk about? And we'll go through all of this stuff here in a minute. But because of the pirate, uh, raids and whatever else, we've got some ships out here that are dead in the water. And how do you know if they're dead in the water? Well, this one here, the Cautious Bootlegger, is disabled. Now, I've got this on Move to Teak Home Moon, but it's got nothing. You can see here it's got no shields. It's got a little bit of energy, but it has no speed. This thing can't move. So we're going to have to get construction ships out here to either repair it, or we could scuttle it and just build a new one. But I think I would rather repair them if we can, where it makes sense. And we have some escorts that are also, and we'll get to, actually, let's just go down the line here. So we just talked about, the various maintenance costs we have here, very, very high. And actually, we probably overbuilt escorts because I was sort of overcompensating for the pirates, right? I mean, the pirates had me scared. They were attacking our home moon, so I probably built too many escorts, but we'll talk about that over here on military. The private economy is actually doing quite good, and when we get to our spaceport, you'll see there is a huge backlog of ships that our private economy, that the civilians want us to build. If we look down the funding levels, obviously we were running, and we still are running, a negative cash flow. So nothing is going to colony growth or research, and we've got to fix that. We got to fix that. But as you can see, so much was going to facility maintenance that it was really hurting us quite a bit. And you can see that here, maintenance. Um, I don't think actually the terraforming shows up on this. This just shows the ships. And you can see we've got 14 escorts with 1675 maintenance, exploration ships, construction ships, small spaceport, but then, yeah, okay, so it's military. This is other state. Got it. So 14 escorts. Got it. Government type, leader. We've still got Kwiki Odiki here. He is the best. Diplomacy. We haven't met any other empires. Our pirate relations, now that we paid off these Bascarans, it's only negative 20. Okay, and we've now, you can see the protection deal that we have with both of them. It's costing us total 250 credits a month. I think that's worth it. I mean, this negative balance is not really being caused by paying these guys off. We've found no independent colonies, although I'm sure we will when we get stable warp fields and we zoom out of our own system. There's Edie Nasiki, obviously. That's our ambassador. She's just waiting. There's no place. I called her a she. I'm not really sure why, but she's going to be a she for me from now on. There's no place to send her, right? We haven't met any other empires. We've got two spies doing counterintelligence. Characters, scientists. We just completed research labs, and we are going to start building our research labs. And as we get major research done, like when this stable warp fields gets done, we'll get another scientist. So anytime you complete kind of what the game considers a major research topic, you do get a new scientist. So we've got one now. We're going to build some research labs. As a matter of fact, that's one of the first things we're going to take care of here. Dexy Losit has been stalwart in defense of our home moon. Unfortunately, Dexy likes to party a little too much when we win a battle. Dexy is a drunk. Karg Okul has been out on as an admiral here. It's on the Prime Demolisher. The Prime Demolisher is disabled right now, and there are some escorts I was thinking about potentially scuttling to get down to 10, but we'll talk about that in a minute because really a 10 escort fleet at this point in the game is probably sufficient now that we've paid off the pirates, but we'll see. You can see Karg is actually quite good. Weapons range, damage control, targeting, countermeasures, does it all. And we talked about Edie Nasiki, Kwiki Odiki. I just like to say those really fast. Iko Odeki, Karg Yablik, our good spies here, and so they're doing counterintelligence. That's fine. We talked about our two colonies. There's no new colonies. We don't have colony ships. Planetary facilities, that is where you could have found that terraforming, but we've already, gotten rid of it, scuttled it, scrapped it, so nothing more to see there. Our exploration ships right now aren't doing a whole lot. Now, we have two, the Rusty Subterfuge and the Smiling Solace, that are going back in to retrofit. Okay, great. Let's get those retrofitted, get them ready to go. Right now, I've got Auto Explore, Auto Explore, Auto Explore, Auto Explore. Once we have stable warp fields, we're going to want them to get out and scout systems, and we'll try to find the best systems we can find to eventually colonize. So we'll have a few of them on, scout systems. We'll have a few on Auto Explore and whatnot. But right now, Auto Explorer is really the only thing to do here. But we've pretty much explored our, whole home system. I think where we have yellow here, ultimately we're kind of held back by the sensors we currently have. So it's showing, well, it's yellow. There may be something there, but with the sensors we have, but I do think maybe I will, while they're just doing nothing, we may as well go out here and look again, I feel like. So Tebru 3, it's the moon here. Snarro Hahi, sure. Let's go out there and just look at it again. It's not going to hurt. We don't have any, and we see a yellow moon up here. Oh, it's that Urpa Dad. Sure. Tico Moon, those are retrofitting, and the Tebru Aspiration. I think I'm going to put this on Auto Scout Systems, so the minute we get stable warp fields, this is ready to warp out and go find stuff. We know about one system. There are 706 we don't know about. Um, when we look at our resources right now, it's really just Kazlon that we don't have enough of. And again, if you don't really understand the screen, that negative is showing us we are mining it at a certain rate. The demand is at a much higher rate. So we're negative 21 Kazlon, 21 and a half Kazlon per second based on the demand. You can see the mining rate and then the estimated demand. We've got to find more Kazlon. It is the most important resource in the game. It's kind of weird in the original game and in the initial playthrough of this, Kazlon is usually very abundant, but we just don't have a lot of it in our system. And hopefully, we'll get more mining ships out there. We have found some Kazlon on one location. Hopefully, we'll get that mined a little faster. Mining locations that we already have, you can see we got a great number of them. And new mining locations, I always say anything 20% and above, where you have any single resource that's 20% above, you pretty much want to build a mining station, especially in your home system. Now, once we get out far flung, there might be something like this asteroid that has 20% Mebnar, and you could think about it, and say, I don't know, is it worth it? But in this case, in our home system, I think it certainly is. The construction ship, the Tebru Odyssey, is already out here at this asteroid, and then we've given standing orders to go build one at this asteroid. You can see all of the mining ships we have. Now, those are generally speaking civilian ships in this game, but that being said, we're the mercantile guild form of government. We could control these manually, but I just haven't decided to do that yet. Construction ships, we do not have enough of these. And as a matter of fact, I want to go to our home moon, and we can do it very easily right here. Teak home moon. Let's go there and out to the spaceport. Now, one problem we have is the spaceport got damaged. You can see here it's not quite built up to 720 or, our total shields here, as the blue's not all the way around. So that's going to have to rebuild a little bit. But let's build a new ship here. And I want to build another construction ship. 4 is not going to cut it. Now that'll cost us 3,000. Let's just do one for a second. You can see Teak Home Moon Spaceport under construction. It's got to rebuild those shields, but that should happen, fairly quickly. Science. And let's talk about this for a second. We now have the ability to build research labs. And when you see here new research locations, you can only build research labs where you have bonuses, research bonuses. And so we do at Tebru 4, and you can still see it showing that, Tebru 4 is where we had a lot of pirate activity. But you can see at Tebru 4, we have a plus 7% for industrial research, and at Tebru 2, plus 8% for engine research, right? And if you go right over here, build a research station at Tebru 2 for 6,409 credits, yes, we want to get doing these as quickly as we can. Now, that's going to cost us some real money, but it's worth it. Research bonus amounts that we just get generally, and here's our scientists. We only have this one, but like I said, when stable warp fields get done, we'll have another. Military. Now, this is what I really want to check out here, but as part of that, I want to go to the Tico Moon, and I think we don't need now for for the Teaks here. These are called trapper groups. I like to think of them as regiments, right? It's got the old NATO symbol. Maybe they're divisions. I don't know, but we've got 3 of these built, fully built, right? If we go back here to our economy and you look at troop maintenance, that's really high. It's 200 per trapper group, right? So I'm going to take this trapper group and I'm going to disband it. Okay. And now that went down to 600. All right. Do I go less than 3? I think I do, just because we've paid off the pirates now. Now, I hate to build these and then disband them, but I think from a money perspective, I think I overreacted to the pirates a little bit, because I was thinking we weren't going to be able to pay them off. We had already, made them mad enough. We weren't going to be able to pay them off. But I do think I am. I could also transfer these guys, right? Um, and put one of them over at Riowe's. But yeah, tell you what, I'm just going to disband them. I know that was a waste of money to build them. But I just think we're spending way too, and you can see what our cash flow is now down to 2103 negative because we just saved 400 credits a year keeping these, in maintenance. So I just think that that was the better idea. First Fleet, we've got no mission. We have 12 escorts built. I don't think we need 12, but we've got some that are disabled. Angry Protector is disabled. Let's find a couple of these I don't think are built yet. So that has to repair. This is disabled. This is under construction. Let's stop that, or scuttle it. Let's scuttle it. Uh, because I just don't think we need it. So, did you see that explode? Wow, that's a real scuttling. Um, so let's just go through these. Overwhelming Liberty is part of the First Fleet. Okay, I've got that on auto. I think I want to do auto guard. No, because I'm just going to put them on fully automate for now, because I've already put in the tactics for the First Fleet, and I want the First Fleet tactics to override this. So just fully automate, fully automate, fully automate. Now, I do think this Tebru invader, why is that moving there? I don't know, but I'm going to bring it, to the spaceport. Let's just actually refuel and repair. Okay, repair, repair. This has got no mission. The desolation of Tebru. Um, no fuel, energy. Hyperdrive is offline. It hasn't really been built. I'm gonna scuttle this one too. Okay, now we're down to 12 ships. I really just want to be at 10. Um, this, well, that's been built. Reactor offline here. You can see that one hasn't really been built. Retire, stop, retrofit. No, I don't want to do that. Um, oh, why wasn't this in the First Fleet already? Well, let's join it in there. Okay, First Fleet, all of these are First Fleet. Worthy Cataclysm. That can go in the First Fleet. Now, ultimately, I want these to have 10, and I think because that's our fleet template for new defend fleet, if we go and look at that. Oh, I do have 12. I do have it set up for 12. Okay, I think we have 12 ships now. So in the fleet, yeah, we've got 12. Here we've got military ships 12. Fine. And then everything that, can come in and repair to the extent it's not. This is disabled though, the Angry Protector. I don't really want to scuttle it. We'll have to wait till we get a construction ship and go out and fix it. And I think that's what we want to do. This one is disabled as well, the Prime Demolisher. So we'll come back and look at all these when we get our more of our construction ships built. All right, let's get moving though. I think the last thing I did want to do, build MS, build the cautious bootlegger. That's that. So it's a construction ship's going to build rebuild a construction ship. Once these are done, we'll start building our construction labs, or I'm sorry, our research labs. Um, but let's just get the game running and see what pops up, what happens. We're researching stable warp fields. We are doing that as a crash research. As you can see, it's a crash program. 3.73 years. And I think until that gets done, now that we've paid off the pirates, I think I will take this to ×2. That's generally how I like to do it. Let's see how our spaceport is doing. Look how many ships the civilians want us to build right now: mining ships, small freighters. So we're going to make a lot of money building this for the private economy. This private economy is really going now. We built these mining stations and they're going to be warping out, picking up the resources. You can see this here. The mining ships will go out and mine on their own. It's not like they pick up resources. It's the ore haulers, the freighters. Oh, what's this? Sleepers Awaken. That sounds like the title of a Stephen King book. It has been 5 long years since we made the choice to open Riowees to immediate colonization. Now there is sufficient energy and infrastructure to awaken the Tekan juveniles and Bacter in the cryostasis chambers. It will be a difficult transition for the young sleepers, but we have many volunteers ready to help integrate them into life on this world and let the hunting of a new breed of Bacter begin. Okay, well, this is the kind of thing that could either go really well or really terribly, right? You wake something up from cryogenesis. These Bacter are like desert slugs that we like to hunt. I mean, who knows? They may consume the whole planet, but we'll see. Um, okay, the Bacter are awake. But you can see all of the activity. This is all the civilian economy going on. That's not us doing anything. We build them the ships, but other than that, that's just, you see how fast, wow, they're really flying around. All right, let's look at our exploration ships. We're retrofitting here. We've got them ready to go when we finally get these stable warp drives. But, I mean, we could sit here on auto explore, auto scout, but there's no place to go. I mean, we've already looked. I put them to go look out here at the stuff where we still had a yellow exploration, but I just think our sensors aren't good enough. I think we can kind of detect maybe something else is there, and that's why it still shows yellow. But we're not finding anything else on subsequent looks. New mining locations. Okay, we're still all good there. Construction ships. He's out here to build the cautious bootlegger. Oh, the Swift Lady is under construction here. Let's go out the Tebru Lurker. This is something we haven't really done, is fix one of our own ships like this. So we've got the spaceport out here that we also, oh, that's right. We could go out here, um, and this, let's pause really quickly. We could rebuild this as well. Did he already build that then? Tebru 1 mining station. Because I had that other construction ship set to warp back to our spaceport. I think we did. Okay, well, let's rebuild this spaceport while we're here. Excellent. Okay, so we would have a second spaceport out here that is around Tebru 1. Tebru 1's got a lot of stuff going on around it. It's great, great planet. Look at this, it's kind of cool looking even. But we've got 3 different mining stations out here. There's the Tebru 1 mining station. This is mining this asteroid. This is mining another asteroid over here. So a lot going on there. But let's rebuild this spaceport. Do we want to do that though? That may cost us a lot to maintain. Do we need another spaceport? It's a good question. Um, but we did rebuild the cautious bootlegger. Okay, so that's what this came out here to do. Tell you what, with this, I'm going to wait. And I'm going to say auto build research stations now. And I'm going to do the same with this. So the other 3 are on mining stations. Mining stations. Oh, this is the one we just built. But these two, I'm going to have auto build research stations, right? Because we already researched that, and that will allow us to go out and get more science points. And I'll show you how that works when it happens or when we get there. So now this construction ship is leaving the spaceport. We've fixed the Tico Moon spaceport. You can see its shields are fully intact now and everything's good. And look at all the things the civilians want us to build. That's going to make us a lot of money. Okay, dismiss. And oh, with these construction ships, let's see, there it is, build RS4 at Tebru 2. Okay, so that is research station, RS. This still wants to do this spaceport. Um, Yeah. Well, it wants to rebuild this. Let's do it. I think that maybe that'll give us more science. When I say more science, what am I talking about? Right up here. Maximum potential research right now is 31, 14 from the colony population, 18 from research stations. Our actual output is 22. So you can see we're getting all 14 from colony population, but we're only getting 9 from research stations. Why is that? We're not having enough money fall through. When you do the funding levels here, right? We're making 6482. Ship maintenance is eating up quite a bit, quite a bit. We're using 2917, but nothing is falling through here to research or colony growth for that matter. So, we need, and now we're about to go positive because we're building a lot of ships. So that's good. Let's go back to our construction ships. Let's go out and see it build this research station here. This is at Tebru 2. It's going to build the RS4 at Tebru 2, and if we look here, you can now see that is going to be the Tebru Research Center. I actually want to rename this to Tebru 2 Research Center, just so I know where it is, because I think these always build as Tebru Research Centers in this system, but obviously that could be confusing if we're building more than one. We have 22 civilian ships that are currently under construction. So we're going to be making a nice bit of money. You can see this is going backwards though because the research station we built here and maybe the spaceport came online as well. I'm still kind of not sure if this is something I want to do, but it was abandoned from a previous civilization, and I just kind of feel like we might find something cool here or something very helpful. How about that? Um, we'll see. We'll see. You never quite know. It also could awaken something really bad. That is the problem with space. We are now up to 53 million teaks here. Remember, we were 1 million when this episode started, but these teaks are cranking now. Came out of cryogenesis and obviously are reproducing. I mean, that's what happens when you sleep for a few thousand years. You wake up, you want to eat, and maybe procreate. Our little gerbils are making more little gerbils. I like it. Um, Cautious bootlegger. I'm really looking forward to this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 56%. It's moving right along. I've still got this on times two. I'm kind of liking that. I think it'd be a little slow to have it on regular speed right now, especially since I'm pausing from time to time. So I think that's all good. You can see we've got more. What is this? We've got transporting cargo, transporting cargo, transporting cargo. This is all the civilian economy going on. The Swift Lady does not have a mission. I'm going to have that auto build a space station or a research station. And here you can see it immediately went to build RS4. If we go to research, right, and we look at research locations, we've got a construction ship, the Swift Lady, going out to Tebru 4. We've got one, the Cautious Bootlegger at Tebru 2 right now building. And then we have the potential to build yet another one at Tebru 7. Let's do that. Let's get as much research as we can. And you can see the max is already going up. And we need to look at our characters and look at this scientist, Oro Hanari. Now, Oro is good at shields, high tech, and construction. Okay, well, let's go back. here, and you can see shields at Tebru 7. When this gets built, I think our scientists might be very good to go out here and add to this, and we can research shields out there at Tebru 7 Research Lab. Um, Hold on. Did we get a new spot? Oh, research station constructed. Constructing a research station gives a huge boost to our research efforts, allowing us to achieve technology breakthroughs faster. Stationing suitable scientists at Tebru 2 will improve our research even more. Okay, there's Tebru 2 research station. That's what the Tekin's research stations look like. I like it. Let's click on that. You can see we could put, oh, by the way, somebody made the comment last time. We have now researched fighters. We got that automatically. We discovered something. I can't remember off the top of my head what exactly we discovered, but it gave us fighters. And I had said, well, we don't have any carriers to put them on yet. They don't have to go off carriers. They can go off of any kind of center or station, off of a planet, let's say. And so I was mistaken about that. So it says manage fighters because we could base some here. We just haven't built any, right? So anyway, Oro Honori here could be, if we look here, is at the Tikho Moon. We can now put Oro out at the Tebru 2 Research Center. I think I'll just go ahead and do that. I'll put Oro there. When we get stable warp fields, we should get another scientist. So that'll be good. We have a new spy that appears. Well, there's no reason to do anything other than counterintelligence. I mean, there's nothing else we could do. We could try to go into. Let's just look. Beskara Raiders, Target Empire, steal a territory map, 7%. Steal a galaxy map, 3%. Counterintelligence, but that's just an overall against all empires. Let's go back to the Beskara Raiders. What else can we do? Steel research. That's 13%. Okay. Sabotage construction, but of what? We don't know where their base is. Assassination of their leader. Deep cover, 1%. So, I mean, we could try to steal this research info, and we could look at all of the different things we could try to steal from them. It's kind of fun, right? But we just don't have a very good chance of it. So I think I am going to just do counterintelligence for now until we find another empire or at least an independent colony. The pirates are very hard to spy on, generally speaking. Okay, so I mean, hell, we've got 3 spies. I wish we would really start cranking out. What is this? That's fine, automated. I wish we'd start cranking out scientists quite that fast, but we haven't yet. We're about to go positive on our cash flow. That's good. Again, our private economy is really humming along, and we need that because ultimately that's what our whole game is going to be based on is resources and finding resources. Now you can see until we get stable warp fields, these explorers don't make a whole hell of a lot of difference. There's nothing else to explore. I've got them on manual. We'll just put them all on auto explore, but there's nowhere for them to go. They can't jump out of our system. So there's just nothing to do with them really. What are we building here? Oh, first fleet. We've got the. Oh, that's right. Let's go back to our construction ships. Oh, on construction ships, you can see one of them's jumping out to Tebrew 7. The cautious bootlegger, when you do that, is going out to Tebrew 7 to build that research station. Then you see Gallant Scheme is building a mining station at Tebrew 1, a research station at Tebrew 4, the spaceport here. Oh, as a matter of fact, let's go check on that. Are we almost done with that? 90%. I'll be really curious to see what comes of that. And then the Tebrew Odyssey is here. Let's pause very quickly because so the Tebrew Odyssey is a construction ship. We have these 2 ships, including the one that Admiral Cargokul is on, that are dead in the water. And so I think what we want to do, where is this? Yep, it's disabled. Let's go to construction ships and the Tebrew Odyssey. Okay, we're on the Tebrew Odyssey. Let's send that to build the Prime Demolisher. So that is going to rebuild it, right? it's at 65%, so it's not going to take that much to rebuild it. Let's rebuild that, and then when that frees up, we'll go try to rebuild the Angry Protector, which is right next to it, and is also, oh, it's all right here. You can see the whole first fleet is just kind of congregated here, looking like a bunch of Doritos. Okay, that works. And again, I'm staying with times 2. I kind of like the pace right now in the early game of a times 2. You can see our solar system's getting really active here. The civilian economy really must be doing quite well. Let's look. Yeah, they're bringing in 136,000 credits a year. They're running a private cash flow. They've got us building, and you can see shipbuilding, current, previous. Uh, they're going to ask us to build more, don't worry. But we made over 12,000 credits last year building civilian ships, so that's great. Come on, stable warp fields, let's go. Boy, every time we almost get to positive there, we just kind of get knocked back. It's because we're building these research stations. Speaking of which, let's go out here and look. Those are the 2 we're going to. The 3 that we already have, you can see our scientist, Oru Hanari, has made it out to Tebru 2, so that's great. That's what you want. We have a maximum potential of 65. We're not getting enough money into research, so it's only running out of 40 now. We're building though at Tebru 4 and Tebru 7. Let's go back to our construction ships here, and he's warping over to rebuild the Prime Demolisher. He's almost there as he comes streaking into our home moon to rebuild those 2, and then we'll have the whole first fleet rebuilt, all good, ready to go. They'll retrofit when we get stable warp fields so that they can jump around, and we'll have to think about the first fleet. Do we want to split it in half and send half of it to the first couple of systems that we jump into to protect our exploration ships? We'll see. We'll see. We're right at 30,000 credits. Not great, not as good as I'd like to be. I mean, the Teekans, we've got to really take advantage of the money we can make as the Teekans. That's why we're a mercantile society. 95% now. Let's go out to Tebru 4, see how this construction is moving along. That's the mining station. You can see all of the drones going back and forth to the planet out of the mining station. You can see the ore haulers that are coming out here to pick up from the mining station. I just think it's really cool that all this kind of happens without you having to do it. Hey, we did it. And a new scientist appeared. Okay, we'll pause. I want to look for this research lab. There it is, the research center. Um, I believe this is now completely, no, it's not quite built. Not quite built yet. So that's there. And then here's the construction ship. Can I get on that? Why can't I click right on that? It always wants to do the research center. Okay, so now we've built that, and you can see now we've got it at Tebru. It says Tebru Research Station. We need to change that. So this one's built. This is Tebru 4. Okay, so let's click on that, and we'll make this the Tebru 4 Research Center. Great. Okay, Tebru 4. Make sure. Just make sure. Yeah, Tebru 4. And then if we go here, Tebru 2, that's right. And then this one is now starting to be constructed at Tebru 7. So let's make this the Tebru 7. I don't know why that's not called Research Station or Research Center. Tebru 7. Let's keep them all consistent. Research Center. I'll delete. All right, cool. This is great. This is gonna really, I mean, look, it's already up to 99. Now we got to get more money into that, but we should be able to do that as we continue to expand that private economy. So now stable warp fields is done, and you will see all of our ships pretty much come in and retrofit on this thing because it ups us 40 times. And let's make sure we don't have to pause. New scientist appears. Recent events, research breakthrough have produced a new scientist, Wunta Naskri. That's good old Wunta. He's a lot of fun. But let's go here. Armor plating is what we have next. It's very defensive, and as the Teaks, I want to play a trading game. I want to play a defensive game, but does it make sense? And as you can see right there, we do have starfighters. We could put those in our home station. We could do that. That's going around our moon. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll build some and do that. Stable warp field. So now we have that. The next one would be hyperdrive, but look at the difference here. So the skip drive, the hyperdrive speed is 10K, okay? The jump range is 3 million. Stable warp fields, 200K and 120 million is the jump range. It's, 40 times as far with the stable warp fields. Then if we go here, all of a sudden it's hyper blocking insulation. We don't even have a speed, but oh yeah, we do. There it is, 400K, and the jump range is 140 million. So here it's what, 200K and 120 million. So you can see the difference here is, I mean, it's definitely better, the hyperdrive, but the real difference is here. I mean, it's 40 times as far that you can jump, and that's huge. But let's think about the Teaks and think about what we may need more than our armor plating. Now, I'm not saying we don't need this. Certainly we do. But do we need it right now? Well, weapons aren't really what we're trying to do here. Again, it's stuff we're going to research eventually, but it's not really what we're trying to do here. Ground combat, you can see kind of all the cool stuff, zero G combat, genetic replication, robotic troops. I mean, maybe for the Teekans, the robotic troops would make a lot of sense. I don't know. Well, the evil empire here, maybe we'll do that. Space reactors. Now, let's look at this. Reactor output, these run on Caslon, of course. And if we look here, reactor energy output is 62 per second. Here it's 54 per second. Okay, I mean, again, a lot of these are advancements, but as far as saying, oh my gosh, the difference, like you say here, not really, not really. Early energy deflector, shield strength 144. Here it would be 192. So advanced deflectors might be something we want to get sooner rather than later, because I'm really looking for defense stuff, right? Starfighters, we just talked about that. Armor plating. Now that is the first thing going down armor. Okay, expanded civilian ships might be something that we really would like as the Teekans, right? Because you get a better mining ship, medium mining ship, small fuel tanker. I mean, we don't have that yet. How long does this take? 2.08 years, but we could crash research and get it done in a year. I actually want to go here with this, I think. Okay, so let's pay the costs, and I want to go up to, get off that. Expanded civilian ships. I want you to go to the top. Go to one. There we go. What? Do that again. There we go. Okay, expanded. There we go. Hey, he did it. You were probably questioning me there for a second. Expanded space station, space construction. Okay. This just gives us, well, this is basic orbital. Oh, this must just be the small spaceport must be a little bit better. 375. Yeah, it is. Okay. System patrol. Look, we're a little ways down the line on that one, but I just don't feel like that's that important for us right now. Basic mining, fast mining. I think we definitely need to go here. Now, we're really good miners, obviously, but this fast mining, well, let's just see. Basic mining rate is 30 per second. Mining range for asteroids, 2,500. Okay. This is 45 a second. So it's another half as fast from 30 to 45, and the mining range for asteroids is up to 3,000 there. I definitely think this is something we want to, think about maybe before system patrol ships. I think armor plating I'll keep there. Um, Penetrating scanners. I mean, we do need some better scanners, I think. Certainly. Now, this is a quicker one, 2.43. We also, I want to look at this. Oh, basic colonization. Well, crap, that's something we definitely need soon. We have basic exploration, which is the survey module, survey scanner, but we need colonization. We need better scanners. There's so many things you need in this game. We need all of it. We need all of it. We've got the research labs. Okay, I really feel like some, basic storage systems, cargo capacity, that's the bay, the basic fuel cell, fuel capacity 100. The fuel capacity here, 110. I mean, is that big of a difference? Not really. We are going to need basic colonization soon, though. Planetary exploration, that's an advanced survey. Okay, we'll get into all that. I'm getting all excited. I want to get all of these. I think system patrol has to go way down our list. Now, I get armor plating. That makes sense, although fast mining, actually, I'm going to pop that up. Okay, expanded ships or expanded civilian, I'm going to initiate crash, even though it's 15,000, we're about to go positive on our cash flow. I'm going to pay it. I'm going to pay it. And now that's going to take 1 year. So we'll exit that and we'll start getting better ships there. We've got the research stations going. We're down to 11,000 credits though. We got to be a little careful here, obviously. Can't run wild. Keeping it on ×2 for now. Oh, actually, though, I'll tell you what I'll do. I am going to slow this down for a second because, oh, look, we're up to 419 there. That's because one of these is getting, I guess this is getting retrofitted. These are all 39s, and we have 12 of them. Well, that makes sense. Okay, the Angry Protector is still disabled. We need to take one of our construction ships. Got a retrofit. He's still building this spaceport. I thought that was going to be built by now. The spaceport? Oh, it is. I mean, this is basically done. It will give us a notification that's done in just a second. I'm a little worried about that, but you can run a negative balance for a little bit. We've got a lot of mining going on. As soon as this is done, we'll go rebuild the final ship that was disabled from our military. As you can see, the spaceport still has to. There's the hull. There's the shields. Build ships. It wants us to build 4 more exploration ships. Why is that? Well, now we can jump out of our own system. And if we go to our Teak home moon, and let's go to exploration ships, you can see they're all coming into retrofit, except for the Smiling Solace, which is already out looking at a new star system. Whoa, it just jumped. And we've already found the Keterovs. Now this is an independent colony. What the hell is an independent colony? Well, they're really not. They're not an empire, right? They're just a group of, whatever species it may be. Here, it's Keterovs here, and so we found them. And if we look at, oh, there we go. See, you can see our ship. This is how far it can jump in one jump. So I'm on this, the Smiling Solace, right? That's what I'm on. And so that's what it's showing me. This is the star system it's going to. This is how far it can jump in one jump. This is how far it can jump total. All right, so it could jump out here, pause for a second, and then jump again out to here. So as you can see, I mean, we can get a pretty decent little ways now with our stable warp fields. Look at all these stars around here. So anyway, we've encountered a new independent colony of Keterovs at Sukuria 2 in the Sukuria system. The Keterov are naturally hostile toward us. We can invade and take over the colony by landing troops, or we could attempt to colonize them by sending a colony ship, although this is unlikely to succeed due to their negative view of us. Initial communication with the Keterovs has been moderately successful. Well, that's good. We're going to try to make friends with them. We're not going to be invading these places. That's not how we're going to work in this game. The Keterovs are open to further discussions with us. Research projects are available on our tech tree that can increase our understanding of the Keterov. Good to know. Okay, show me. Oh, it's you again. Well, we've obviously talked to them a little bit. They're showing as displeased with us, -10, but that's actually not too bad, right? I'm not going to have this on auto. No. No. How do I get off here? There we go. Invasion diplomacy leading to peaceful colonization. That's what we want. Status restricted trade agreement. Okay. Uh, Displeased with us, but we're troubled by your strange and alien ways. You're always going to have that, right? When you run into a different species. -3 here. We distrust you because of our limited experience with you. Well, we just met, right? We could try to negotiate a deal, send a gift, whatever. We're going to let them get to know us a little bit better. And now, as you see on our diplomacy screen, you know, empires, pirates, independent colonies. And this is Sukaria 2. Now, just because out here at Sukaria 2 they control that planet doesn't mean we can't move into that system, explore the other planets, and begin mining there, building mining stations, as the case may be. Lone trader. We have encountered a lone starship, the Radiant Burden, in the Tebru system. It does not appear to be a hostile pirate, but rather an independent space trader. Okay, could there be other ships like this? Might they help transport needed resources for us? And there it is. You can see the Radiant Burden. If we scoot back, it's out here by our home moon. It's just coming by and saying, "Hey, we're just independent traders. Do you need anything, or whatever the case may be?" Great. They may try to trade something with us. We'll see. Message. The traders tell us of a nearby colony. Our recent contact with independent traders has revealed the location of an independent colony of Keterovs at Sakaria 2 in the nearby Sakaria system. This would be a good destination to investigate once we have the necessary technology. Well, we do. We do. Let's pause this again. Who are the Keterovs? They're not the Romanovs. They're not the ancient Russian kings and queens. These are the Keterovs. Our analysts have learned the following. Keterovs are average-sized bipedal mammalian race with short white fur. Okay, Keterovs are very intelligent and love intrigue and deception. That's good to know. Instead of engaging in open conflict with their enemies, they prefer to use espionage and sabotage to exploit their weaknesses. Also good to know. Good thing we have 3 spies doing counterintelligence. They are often suspicious that others are working to undermine them. This natural paranoia reinforces their inclination towards spying and espionage, so on and so forth. Um, they are going to be suspicious of us. They are also going to try to spy on us. I think that's pretty obvious. I am going to decline this. We just don't have the money situation right at the very moment to build 4 new exploration ships. I mean, I would love to, but we've already got 5, and we're just going to have to go with that. So Rusty Subterfuge is out to the Sakarya system. It's going to go check it out. First of all, to Sukaria 4. Now, the Keterovs are on Sukaria 2. I was saying Sukaria. Sakaria. Okay. The Smiling Solace, where is it going? We'll get this. Let's go here to the Smiling Solace. Where are you going, buddy? Well, we're not sure yet. Oh, yeah, we are. There, it's going to this star system. So there's Tebru. This is going to an unknown. This is the Keterov colony over here. So that's Sakaria system. This is one we don't know anything about yet. So we've got 2 of these going out, right? Scout unknown star. Now, where are you going? All right, we definitely do need more exploration ships, right? Look at just all the stars in our system, and these guys are just set on going and finding and scouting systems, not even like, necessarily going in and exploring them themselves. I've got this on auto explore, auto explore, auto explore. Once they refit, some of these refit, we'll see where they're headed and see if they're, kind of wasting their time as they go. But we're going to start getting a lot of pop-ups. But you can see with stable warp fields, we've got a lot of star systems to look around in, certainly, right? Oh, this is a place called Quiltus. What the heck? Oh, there's pirates there. You can see that red bolt. There are pirates there. Now they may try to take out our exploration ship, but it should try to warp out before they do. Really pretty star there, pretty red star called Quiltus, and you can see there are a lot of bodies here. Now sometimes you only have like one moon around here, one planet or something, but Quiltus looks pretty good. That's probably why there are pirates there, right? All right, still exploring here. It's exploring the entire Quiltus system. This is exploring the Sakuria system. These guys are jumping out into their own, and we'll do Auto Scout Systems. They're doing that. He's scouting Quiltus as well. Okay, and so we're finding all kinds of planets out here, and you can see we're jumping out, and that's the fun of getting the stable warp field, certainly. Let's go back to our first fleet over here. You can see they're all bunched up. They're just doing defense, you know. We are finally about to go positive. Let's hope that continues. Also, I'm going to slow this down just slightly. Let's go look at our research stations. One thing I wanted to look at is we did get a new scientist. So we've got one guy at Tebru 2. This scientist, why don't we send you out to Tebru 4? Okay, and those are our two scientists for now. Now, when we get expanded civilian ships, maybe we'll get, something better, or we'll get another scientist, I mean. Um, but I definitely like getting those better mining ships. Now we've finally gone positive on a cash flow. Expanded civilian ships is going to give us remote fuel transfer, small colony ship, which we're going to need, medium mining ship, small passenger ship, and a small fuel tanker. Those are all really good, I feel like. One thing I want to do, no mission here. Let's pause this. No mission, and let's go find that other military ship, the Angry Protector. Okay, take me to the Angry Protector. Now let's go to construction ships, the Tebru Odyssey, and let's right click there and rebuild that, and then we'll have all 12 of our escorts rebuilt. They're all in the first fleet. Let's make sure the first fleet tactics are good. Roll within fleet, attack. Okay, I mean close escort or picket, kind of a defensive thing, and this is when it's with bigger ships. Engagement range, same system for now. I think we want to keep it that way. I don't want it to warp out of our system. How about evade when it's a weaker target? No, I want it to be attack stance. Weaker targets aggressive, attack stance stronger targets cautious. All right, retreat when attacked, retreat when shields below 50 or 20% of non-defense components are damaged. I like that one. Invade colonies never. I don't know how this guy a little screwed up, I would have to say. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. That is the Tebru Odyssey. I was like, why is this fleet kind of screwed up? Let's go to the fleet tactics. There we go. Okay, I already had it. Oh, well, that goes to show you I like it. I like those settings because that's what I had the fleet settings as, and I do want the fleet to override, right? We also got to think about retrofitting some of these with the jump drives. Let's put this on auto raid, fully automate. Cannot retrofit to the constructor. Oh, let's go up here. Yeah, it's already gone to the latest design. Again, I'm not going to do these until we build up our cash balance a little bit. And let's back up and just see what other star systems. There we go. All right. So Catamaskar we've now found. See, this is a much smaller system, right? It's got Catamaskar 1, 2, and 3. Well, that's not great. But Sakuria really looks like a good system. We're definitely going to want to get in here. And you can see we're already exploring out here on some of these planets. When we find resources, those will pop up. New mining location. Quiltus 3. You can see it's got Kazlon up here. And it's in red because we have a Kazlon shortage right now. Sakuria 4 has got argon, so we could click on this and send our mining ships out there, but I don't think we'll do that quite yet till we really kind of know what's in our sector here and figure out which system we want to go and start trying to build first. Yeah, we're going to have a problem over at Quiltus with pirates, certainly. So let's make sure I did get this, I did get the construction ship going here, right? Let's just make sure retrofit, swift. Yeah, rebuild the Angry Protector. What do I want to do with the Swift Lady? Let's get the tactics off here. Doesn't really matter with construction ships. Do we, there's not a whole lot to build in our own system here, for one thing. Did we ever find more at Ryowe's? Not really. Not really. Let's back this up. Once we start finding resources out here, we can certainly have these. So we've got this on research stations. We can't build any more of those. Let's go to mining stations. Let's turn this back to fully automate. Assign mission. They want us to build at Quiltus 3 because it has Caslon. Now it's only at 10%, right? So this is gonna the construction ship's gonna go all the way out to Quiltus. Uh, that's where we saw pirates, though. That mining station's probably going to get taken out, but let's try it. Let's just try it. So we'll have, this jump over and start building at Quiltus. We've now found another system, Yaturus, and let's see what we have down in the Yaturus system. Not a whole lot. You can see there is our oh, this is a moon. I was like, oh, there we go. There's our exploration ship down here, I believe, the Dubious Rover. Indeed, it is. The game wants us to build more of these exploration ships, and as we build up here, we will. But we got to, we got low there for a bit, and I don't want it to be that way. We got retrofit here, build, build. Dude, have you already built this spaceport by now? My goodness, why is this taking so long? It's just taking forever to rebuild that spaceport. It wants us to build something at Sakarya 4. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. We don't really have enough construction ships, I'll say. But okay. The other way to do this, of course, let's go to automate. I'm just going to put these on automate right now. The other way to do this, of course, is to go to resources and go to new mining locations. And now you can see those two construction ships are there, but we could have clicked there and had it, had that going that way too. So here we go. Oh, we're almost out of our initial jump range there. It only goes out to this far, at least with the construction ship. But he's making it over there. All right. So now you start to see the resources filling in. We know a little bit more about Sakarya, Yaturus. You start to see the different resources that are there. Caslon. I have a feeling these pirates are going to just immediately get on this mining station we put out here. But I thought it was worth it. Let's do one. Come on. Um, we are going to have to start building out our warp field sooner. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Expanded civilian ships research completed. We have completed research in expanded civilian ships. This project provides the following advances. Let's put this on pause. The remote fuel transfer, small colony ship, medium mining ship, small passenger ship, and small fuel tanker. Okay, great. Well, how are we going to go about using these? We're going to do that next time. That's how. But we're starting to expand the teaks out. Paying off the pirates is allowing us to really focus on what we want to do, which is mine and build up resources. That's what we're really trying to do. We've probably got too many escorts, if I'm being honest. I mean, I don't think we need 12 in our home system here. Next thing we have is fast mining. And is that what we want to do next? How much would it be to crash research this? Can I crash research it is really the question. Fast mining, fast mining. Oh, 63,000. What? We may want to put our armor plating up here. Let's go up to armor plating. So we've got this now. Oh, there it is. 7,000 credits to crash research this, but this would take it down to not much. It's going to be like 140 days or something. Let's do that. Let's do that. And now it's going to take 175 days. Okay, it's worth it for that. If we exit research, okay, we're still there. What I wanted to see is if we go to our spaceport. Let's do that at the T-Cone Moon Spaceport. And we look at build a new ship. We've now got fuel tankers The escort is up to the 5 level, right? Because we keep getting better components, and so the game's automatically upgrading escorts, and our escorts should be retrofitting automatically. Build a construction ship and an exploration ship. Where is um Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I want to build those. But if we go to the construction ships then, and let's go to the Tebru Win. This is the one we're going to build right now. I'm just wondering. Hold on. Let's go back to this research. Did I confuse myself? Medium mining ship. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, let's go back. Let's go to our spaceport. And is this ship going to be a medium mining ship? It's a size 391 mining ship. Okay, let's find another mining ship. That's a transport ship, I believe. It's a small freighter. Okay, what I'm trying to figure out is it already building these medium mining ships, or do we just, that's a transport, transport, dang it, come on, where's the mining ships? That's our research center. I think this is a mining ship. Nope, that's a transport ship. Well, I tell you what, we'll look at this next time because I want to make sure that the mining ships now are, we're going to start building the medium ones. That could make us a lot of money as the civilians upgrade to medium mining ships. I mean, I guess we could go over here to mining and look at mining ships. 399 is the size, 391, 391. All right. I mean, it's we wouldn't have built one yet, right? Because we just got done with that. But I want to keep a lookout on that to see if the civilians are starting to request these medium-sized ones, right? Expanded. That's great though. We're going to need colony ships. We're going to need basic colonization here before long. I think I'll do, I've already paid for the crash. So 175 for armor plating. That's not bad, but I think next time we'll go and look. Do we want to 7.8 years is a long time for fast mining. We may want to go some other direction. And you can see basic colonization is popping up here now that we're getting into other star systems. But again, we'll check all that out next time. This is a lot of fun. This is a fun game. I love playing it. We're going to keep going till it's over. I mean, I'm going to play the whole game. So anyway, Strategy Gaming Dojo, be good. I'll talk to you next time. Have a good one.